never known anybody on a magazine cover before.
Whoa, not bad.
Not bad. It's incredible.
As a matter of fact, it is pretty impressive.
You should have seen the look on my face, right? I'm looking at all these magazines, and all of a sudden I see this gorgeous guy with these penetrating eyes staring at me. First I thought it was Paul Newman, but he's too young and too good looking.
Somebody did definitely capture those eyes.
Wonder who did this sketch? I don't know. It should say on the inside. Usually they have crest.
Celia Andrews.
Celia Andrews. Boy, are she and Jimmy Lee going to be a couple of celebrities around this joint now.
You are. Edward, you know your oatmeal is getting cold.
Yeah, I'm not in any mood for cold oatmeal.
Well, then why don't you go for the orange juice? I think by this time that's got to be warm.
Forget it. Tell Stella I'm not having breakfast.
Why not?
I have no appetite.
Wait a minute. It can't be because of the stock market, because I know Alan got the paper first, and he is reading it right now, so you haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, I've done my reading for the day, thank you. Here, you read it and weep.
Monica, I had to finish my breakfast without you.
Your father and I have mutually lost our appetite.
What's this? Oh, Tycoon Magazine.
And who is the tycoon?
Oh, I see. Oh, I'm glad I finished my breakfast first.
I should have found a way to kill that cover.
How?
By killing the article, I should have placed a few well-chosen items to muddy Jimmy Lee, scare off that reporter who interviewed me.
I wouldn't worry too much about it, Father.
You're awfully cool about this. Why?
Well, you never know. Even I might wind up on the cover of Tycoon Magazine one day.
What's he talking about?
And I'm referring to the not-too-distant future. I'm going to go finish my coffee in the living room. Robert, just got your message. You, ready for me to see this Becker character?
Well, I've read the rap sheet. It's impossible for you.
Yeah, well, right now, even possible would be okay with me.
Well, you probably got the facts off Ramsey, but I think the most intriguing point is that Becker was ripping the stereos out of cars 2 doors from the Brock penthouse the night of the murder.
That's right. And I think he might have been working the penthouse that night.
A little premature for that.
Maybe. But what if? Look, I got a feeling about this, Robert. I mean, couldn't a thief like Becker, or any other thief for that matter, get through the penthouse security and get into that building the night that Brock was murdered?
I just want to tell you, I think it was very sweet of you to divert Edward that way.
What way?
Well, you know, by softening his anger about the Tycoon cover and Jimmy Lee and all of that, making it seem like it wasn't a big deal, that even you could be on it. That's so sweet.
It is a big deal. I didn't say anything to try to make my father feel any better, Monica.
What? You were trying to make yourself feel better? Well, come on. Tycoon Magazine.
You think it's preposterous, don't you?
I think it's a little far-fetched, yeah. But we can talk about all of your fantasies on the way to the hospital. Shall we go?
I'm going to have to take my own car today, Monica, so we better go separately.
Why?
Because I've got some big business to take care of, and I mean, it's important.
What kind of big business are you doing today or any other day?
My kind.
I asked you a question now, and I expect an answer.
Well, to quote you, sir, all in good time. All in good time.
What is he talking about?
I think what he's saying, Edward, is that his business matters are none of your business.
Yes, since when?
Since I found out that the only way to succeed in the world of commerce is through secrecy, planning, and shrewdness.
You haven't got it, Alan. Don't flaunt it.
You'd be surprised. See you at the hospital, Monica.
Find out what he's up to.
Well, obviously, he is just trying to be the same chip off the old block as Jimmy Lee.
No, shudder.
Oh, come on, Edward. How far can he go?
Right to the brink of disaster and then over the edge with arms flapping. Find out what he's doing. I don't want to read all about it in the flops and failures column of Tycoon Magazine.
Well, listen, I have a feeling that this could possibly be the first of many days that we both go in separate cars to the hospital.
No, you're not sleeping in separate beds yet, are you?
No, but the minute that I ask him what his big business deal is, he'll shut the door right in my face.
Well, bang it down, then.
I would like to be a little more subtle, Edward.
Subtlety is for strangers. You're his wife. If you have to, use a sledgehammer.
It's ironic. What's that? It's Brock's first issue of Tycoon Magazine. He got a subscription. I guess he felt that was important. You can't join and read about him.
Brock had his dreams.
That's where they stayed. In his head. Getting this penthouse was one dream that he did accomplish, Terry. It's not a dream house anymore. Do you want to stay? It's not a case of what I want or don't want. This month's mortgage has already been paid. Jake has to go through and figure out what your father's financial affairs were. In the meantime, we are living on the rent money from the cottage. It sounds so bad, though. I mean, if there wasn't enough money to pay for your bail... But my General Hospital friends came through. I've got to talk to Steve about going back to work. I think I'm going to call him for an appointment today. I want to go to the hospital with you. Is that okay? Of course it's okay. And I can understand you don't want to stay here alone. No, that's not the reason. Hmm? No, I've been thinking. I think the more I'm seen with you, the better. I think people should know how I feel about you. You know, close to you. I do, Bobbie. I mean, it's important. It'll be good for your case. And it'll be good for me, regardless. Honey, I don't know if Brock left us with nothing but a financial mess and a lot of trouble. But you are my best personal asset. Well, we can thank Daddy for that. And maybe if you think about it that way, you won't feel so hostile towards him. He did want us to be friends. Yeah, and we gave him a hard time, didn't we? I can't imagine the way I acted to you. You know what really happened? What? You grew up. I just wish it didn't have to be the hard way. You know, it's so strange. I've lost my father. Yeah, I can't lie. I feel better about myself. I'm glad for that. Well, it's you. You did that for me. No. You were ready to change. I'm just reaping the benefits of it. I have a daughter, and I care very much about her. Do you really feel that way? More and more every day. And nobody is ever going to steal those good feelings away from me.
Becker?
How you doing?
I doubt that we've had the pleasure.
I'm a little surprised that we're meeting at all, sir.
This is Jake Meyer. He's an attorney.
I'm small-time, public defender. Big enough for me.
Representing my own client, Mr. Becker.
Oh,
Play your own role down, Becker, but don't underestimate this office.
I don't know what you mean.
Don't you?
I don't even know what I'm doing up here.
Have a seat. Now, this little chat isn't going to be over tea and scones.
You're probably curious as to why we do want you in here for a talk.
Yeah, sure, I do, sure.
It's in connection with a murder.
Murder?